Caitlyn Jenner's been in the limelight for quite a while. She's one of the most well-known trans personalities, and for good reason. A former Olympic athlete turned reality series star. She's done it all, but some of her opinions have been considered pretty controversial by the LGBT community, especially her tweets on trans TikToker Dylan Mulvaney. In this episode, we'll discuss exactly what Caitlyn said about the TikTok personality and more. First up, what did Caitlyn Jenner say that got her in trouble? So here's the tea, and be careful, it's piping hot. Caitlyn Jenner took to Twitter after the Tennessee Senator and Republican Marsha Blackburn shared a video of Dylan Mulvaney that depicted her 73rd day of girlhood. In the video, Dylan talked about how she wore a pair of shorts while shopping and then slowly realized that people were staring at her crotch. What? Dylan explained that she quickly realized that her crotch didn't look like all the other women's. Now, here's where it gets messy. Caitlyn's been pretty outspoken about things such as transgender athletes not participating in sports as they're transitioned gender. And this time, when she took to Twitter, she reposted the senator's clip. In the tweet, she thanked the senator for having a backbone and speaking out against this, and added that it's best not to normalize what's happening, and ended the tweet by calling the video clip an absurdity. The media personality followed with another statement, sharing that there's a difference between acceptance and tolerance, and normalizing exposing genitalia in a public manner and place. She doesn't support this. That's been made crystal clear, but the comment that fans thought was inappropriate was when Caitlyn ended the tweet by misgendering Dylan. The tweet read, "Dylan, congrats, you're trans with a..." And to make matters worse, when a woman asked Caitlyn to take down the post and even pointed out that females also have a natural bulge, which makes finding appropriate clothes a tricky process, the reply from the former athlete was to misgender Dylan again. Let's take a look at Caitlyn's popularity within the LGBT community. Spoiler alert, she's not that popular. When Caitlyn Jenner ran for governor in 2021, the LGBT community was less thrilled. They were dreading it, because Jenner's had a history of sharing unliked and straight-up controversial opinions on matters that relate to or directly affect the community. Now, this isn't undermining her coming out as trans at all. That was a huge day for the community because it paved the way for trans visibility and softened people's approach to trans persons too. But certain statements made by Caitlyn, like not caring if someone calls her by her dead name, Bruce, and strongly supporting Donald Trump, who's anti-trans himself, shocked the community. One member of the LGBTQ+ advocacy organization said that they'd love to support a trans governor. They're all for it, but if that governor's Caitlyn Jenner, it will be a hard pass on behalf of the community. The group even tweeted that electing another reality TV star who cares about only fame and money instead of civil rights, healthcare, and the safety of their community is a risk, one they don't want to take again. Finally, did she apologize for her remarks? Nope. In fact, after the result of her posts, Caitlyn said that she's never received so much hate mail and death threats as she did this week, and that all the hate's coming from the LGBT community. This shocking development has left her disgusted as the hateful individuals threaten her for voicing opinions on news topics. We agree that sending someone death threats isn't the polite way of getting your point across. Rather, it does quite the opposite. In a tweet, Caitlyn clarified that she isn't making any more comments on the topic and stands by her statements. But she also said that she didn't mean to misgender Dylan. Rather, someone on her team called her he, which she regrets. She also said that this issue had been handled internally. Well, that's something, but not exactly an apology. Let's hope the LGBT community and Caitlyn Jenner can see eye to eye soon. Moving on, who's Dylan Mulvaney? Dylan Mulvaney rose to fame through her TikTok series Days of Girlhood, which showcased how transitioning looks and feels to the world, according to her experiences. Since posting her first TikTok in the series way back on March 12th, she has gained much popularity. Her daily progress videos resonated with the viewers, and we're not talking about a small number. Think more along the lines of millions, more than 8 million to be exact. Wow, now that's a strong following. We have to summon a demon every time we want our numbers to bump by 10%. Just kidding. We take the more socially acceptable route, buying online bots for digital validation. Going back to the topic, Dylan's still making videos for the series, but has another thing on her plate now, defending transgender people through her platform. platform. She recently even visited the White House to discuss transgender rights with President Joe Biden, and they discussed the importance of gender-affirming care and the issue of heightened transphobia. Like, imagine just chatting with the President of the United States on a weekday. Just another one of those errands, right? This is a huge deal and something that the social media star was excited about. Mulvaney even posted videos about what an insane experience it was, in a good way. But after the visit, she realized that the video wasn't getting the expected response. It turns out that conservative groups were scrolling through her Days of Girlhood series and choosing certain videos that highlighted aspects of her transition, which they called an absurdity. Coming up, here's how Dylan handled the entire situation. Mulvaney shared that Caitlyn Jenner made her look like a creepy flasher by exposing herself at the mall, when in reality she was wearing shorts and, well, existing. The TikToker said she no longer felt comfortable discussing the experience she had detailed in the original video, and compared it to feeling as if she'd been outed. Oh no. Dylan further explained that when the video of her in the mall was posted, she didn't know how to tuck yet and wasn't even wearing appropriate underwear. But after the video, two fans of hers, a trans woman, gifted her tucking panties. The problem in the video that Caitlyn Jenner seemed angry about was addressed and solved fairly quickly. Mulvaney responded by stating that Caitlyn Jenner's actions were pretty evil because the media personality was invalidating another trans person's transness. And it's evil because Caitlyn's a trans woman and understands how isolating the transitioning process can be. She also tweeted to her followers, "Please do not send her any hate," which is a pretty clashing statement because, in comparison, Caitlyn Jenner did the exact opposite. Dylan was still pretty respectful of Caitlyn and her transitioning journey. But the thing that stung her the most wasn't her initial tweets, but the fact that Jenner had misgendered her. Or was it someone from her social team? We'll let you decide. Lastly, the TikToker has a habit of responding to haters with kindness. Dylan Mulvaney eats hate comments for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The social media personality is known for replying to online trolls with grace and respect. Here's one example of this. A woman once made a parody of Dylan's Days of Girlhood series by dressing up in bizarre outfits, over-the-top exaggerated makeup, and even a drawn-on beard. And to put it all together, she even quoted the trans star's tagline, detailing what day of girlhood she's currently on. Dylan's reply to the woman stated that she's aware that the person's mocking her, an activity that's taking up a lot of time, energy, and money, and added that after breaking it down, the woman hates trans people. Mulvaney's cool with people making jokes about her voice, outfits, and even personality, but an obvious line's crossed when her identity's mocked. Remember how we said she's the definition of beauty and grace when answering nasty online trolls? She gave the woman some friendly advice at the end of her response, saying that mocking trans people is the lowest form of comedy. The content creator appeared on today's series, The New Rules, to share her thoughts on all the hate she's received since sharing her experience. She said that even though she's developed a thick skin, it doesn't make her immune to hate and negativity, and she is understandably still pretty sensitive about what others say of her. Dylan thinks this is because now that her job's online, it's exposed her to a ton of hate. That's a wrap for this video. What do you think of Caitlyn Jenner's tweets? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.